Hey Cancer, hey, welcome back. It is Gigi with Soul Intuitive, and I am here with your weekly tarot scope, as I affectionately call them. This is for April 30th today, Sunday, all the way through Saturday, May 6th. All right. What we got going on, Cancer? Okay. Any additional messages for Cancer? Okay. And one flew. Hold. Yeah. Yeah, love. Cancer, you got a lot. Or at least a lot came out this time. Okay, so let's figure out what's going on with you. What are you coming in with? Honey, I just messed that up. I'm trying to get them in shot and I didn't pull them all the way out shot. As you can see, you're in this colorful energy. Something is causing you mental distress. Mental distress. Mental distress. You have the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords in the middle of your week. But what I'm really being called to is that it feels like you miss someone. That's how this feels. It feels like you miss the shit out of someone. And that's okay. Okay. It's okay. If you were feeling that way, you came in with the Six of Cups. But it feels like you're missing the shit out of someone. And it's okay that you are. It's okay that you are. Because we all have those moments where we are. Something I want to call out to you, though. You have the 6, 5, 4, 3, 10, and 10. Which tells me also, right? This tells me that. It's not an intuitive nudge. This is telling me that you were closing out a cycle, my dear. And it has to do with home and work, right? You're closing out a cycle. There's a new way that you want to bring new life into your life. And again, it's okay to miss someone. Pardon me, if missing that person provides you with the information and insight as to how you truly desire your life to be, then it's okay. And even if it didn't do that, it's still okay because it's drawing up or it's being brought up so you can recognize it and you can heal whatever that is. And this is whether it be through death, whether it be through just an ending of some sort, whether it be through a betrayal of some sort, whether it be through someone walking away or you feeling like you need to walk away. Guess what? It doesn't matter how it came up. If you were being triggered with the emotional feelings of missing someone, it feels like to me you were low-key grieving. You may be going about life doing whatever, but in your heart and in your head space, you are grieving the loss of a relationship, grieving the loss of a person, remembering what was, right? Sometimes what was can't go into what is to be. Sometimes you got to leave it where it is. I'm not telling you to not miss loved ones because we all do that, myself included, and I'm not absolved of that at all, right? What I am telling you is that you have to place it in its proper place. And if missing that person gives you a glimpse into what life could really be like if you had someone with either similar energy, say for instance if this is a breakup. If there were things that you really adored about that person that made you feel like you were in alignment or y'all were akin to one another or really good together, then use those bits and pieces of knowing what really felt good for you in that space when you go into your next relationship and when you figured that piece of it out. Just add it to. It's not build a dude or build a woman or build a relationship, but you really do have to honor what worked for you and what didn't work for you, right? You use that information, though, to set you up for success, to set you up to move forward in your life, to evolve, to journey beyond the hurt, and to build something in a better heart space. And to be very honest with you, when you are grieving and when you are in that space where you can't see out, you just see the grief or the loss, honey, you don't build nothing correctly after that because you're building from a place of that's really low. And I'm not saying that we don't have to, I'm not saying that we don't have to grieve people. because we do, right? Because we do grieve those connections that we've loved and that we've lost. What I'm saying to you is that it's closing out the end of you feeling like this. If you are feeling like this, you have to find the root cause of it, address it, and do something different. Create a new routine and or a new ritual for yourself when these things come up. You are not less than if something didn't work out. It just didn't work out because maybe you guys weren't the right ones for each other. If someone passed on, guess what? That's not your fault either. It happens. It is part of life. We are to, I don't want to use the phrase move forward, because it sounds like, oh, you're just telling me to get over it. I'm not telling you to get over it. I'm telling you to use it as fuel. I'm telling you that if you want love in your life, you can't always look at how some shit ended. You want love in your life. You got to go inside and figure out what you like, what you don't like, what is in alignment with you, what's not for you, and be really, really, really fucking honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. The minute you can do that, sorry for the dogs, but the minute you can do that, the better off you will be. Let me pull another card. Shh. Go out now. Sorry, Cancer. Sorry about that. Let me pull a Shaman Oracle card to see what else is coming up for me that Spirit wants to acknowledge. What else is coming up for Cancer? Yeah. Anything else for Cancer? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You feel lost. This is a feeling of loss, or you yourself feeling lost. And that's okay, Cancer. We all have moments like that where we feel lost. The second card that came out is Deep Diver, diving into a task. Let that task be what sets your heart ablaze and what sets it on fire, what makes you feel grounded and what makes you feel loved. Write those things down, make a list out, and go from there. Understand, two half people don't make a whole. If this is in fact for a relationship, and I try not to read relationships because sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants, even though it's no good. I'm sorry, the head wants what the head wants, even though it's really no good for the heart. Sorry. But the fact that you have Deep Diver tells me that you need to by getting out of this headspace, you need to set yourself up and get into a task that can kind of shift your mind space from being, woe is me, I lost this, I lost that, and get back into, okay, well, I did lose it, but I can make it better, and life gets better, right? I'm going to pull a Sacred Symbol card for you. What's that? Okay. Yeah. Oh, you got 3. Okay. Jeez. Okay, you got 3. Fire, soulmate, and safe travel. I'm going to put all those up so you can see those, right? The fire you definitely need, right? It's the symbol of igniting your passion. It's the literal elemental symbol of fire, right? So you need fire back in your life. And it sounds like this might in fact be indicative of a soulmate. And that's okay. That is okay if you are in this energy where a soulmate is in fact what you truly desire. Even though this card says safe travel, here's what I want to call out to you. Know the direction in which you want to go. Know that. You can pinpoint a soulmate, or you will choose incorrectly every time if you don't know where you want to go and if you don't know how you want your life to be. You'll choose wrong every time. Every time. You won't even choose with the correct apparatus or the correct picker. You'll choose incorrectly. So don't choose incorrectly, but get very clear about where you want to be and how you want your life to look and what type of person deserves to be in that life. What that person, how they would be, not necessarily what they would look like, but how they would be. Cancer, this is still an amazing reading. This is still beautiful. It's still a good week for you, even though it seems like it's full of turmoil and it's full of all of this extra emotional stuff. You are the second water sign, honey, and you are Cancer. You follow the moon. Oh, by the way, there's a lunar eclipse coming up, so this is really where you may want to work with that moon energy and figure out, Spirit for guidance on what you should do and what you should be looking at, where you should be directed to, especially with the Lost in Space card coming out as well. Until next time, Cancer, you honor me by being present. I honor you as well. Until next time, ashe and peace.